The Calais Night Mail by Charles Dickens. Narrated by David McCran. It is an unsettled question with me whether I shall leave Calais something handsome in my will, or whether I shall leave it my malediction. I hate it so much, and yet I am always so very glad to see it, that I am in a state of constant indecision on this subject. When I first made acquaintance with Calais, it was as a marauding young wretch in a clammy perspiration and dripping saline particles, who was conscious of no extremities but the one great extremity, seasickness, who was a mere bilious torso, with a mislaid headache somewhere in its stomach, who had been put into a horrible swing in Dover harbour, and had tumbled giddily out of it on the French coast, or the Isle of Man, or anywhere. Times have changed, and now I enter Calais self-reliant and rational. I know where it is beforehand. I keep a look-out for it. I recognise its landmarks when I see any of them. I am acquainted with its ways, and I know, and I can bear, its worst behaviour. Malignant Calais, low-lying alligator, evading the eyesight and discouraging hope, dodging flat streak, now on this bow, now on that, now anywhere, now everywhere, now nowhere. In vain, Cape Grisnez, coming frankly forth into the sea, exhausts the failing to be stout of heart and stomach. Sneaking Calais, prone behind its bar, invites emetically to despair. Even when it can no longer quite conceal itself in its muddy dock, it has an evil way of falling off, has Calais, which is more hopeless than its invisibility. The pier is all but on the bowsprit, and you think you are there. Roll, roar, wash! Calais has retired miles inland, and Dover has burst out to look for it. It has a last dip and slide in its character, has Calais, to be especially commended to the infernal gods. Thrice accursed be that garrison town, when it dives under the boat's keel, and comes up a league or two to the right, with the packet shivering and spluttering and staring about for it. Not but what I have my animosities towards Dover. I particularly detest Dover for the self-complacency with...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?